Hi, today is September 11th, 2023, and here are my poems for the day. The first one is poem number 1466 for the year, Development of a Bottle in Space. The last time I was in the presence of the Boccioni sculpture, Development of a Bottle in Space, I was as mesmerized as I always am. But this time I took many pictures from many angles, as if I wanted to somehow capture the development of the bottle in space. This time the bottle seemed to float and unfurl and unwrap itself before my eyes, and separate itself into its manifold components, exposing itself like a robot doing a striptease or something. For a poet, I am not that good with metaphors. Point being, I was transported simultaneously into outer space and inner space, and when I looked again at the pictures yesterday, I was again both lost and found in space and out of space. Poem number 1467, Technical Manifesto of Futurist Sculpture. Boccioni's sculpture, Development of a Bottle in Space, is 110 years old, but it still looks brand new to me and mysterious and beautiful. A year before he made it, he wrote an essay called Technical Manifesto of Futurist Sculpture. There may or may not be an English translation of it. I may or may not want to read it if there is. But Britannica tells me that Boccioni, quote, envisioned a new type of sculpture that would mold and enclose the space within itself. And to me, that is exactly what Development of a Bottle in Space does. And I know of no other sculpture that does that. Poem number 1468, Futurist Manifesto. Futurist Manifesto is the name of a song on the first Adam and the Ants album. I couldn't make much sense out of it then, and I can't make much sense out of it now, but I like that the song mentions Boccioni, and I like that it mentions Marinetti, who started the Futurist movement. I like songs about art. I've written a few myself. I've written a few today, and I may write another one today before addressing the elephant in the room. Poem number 1469, Sculpture, or Extremely Attenuated Connections. I need to work on my relationship with sculpture. There are very few sculptures that I truly love. There's Boccioni's Development of a Bottle in Space, and to a lesser extent his unique forms of continuity in space. And there are a few more sculptors that I love. There's Rodin, of course. I mean, fuck me, right? And Michelangelo, for fuck's sake, can't leave him out. And I like Richard Serra a lot, and Klaus Oldenburg. His shit is fun. Kenny Scharf, Jeff Koons, and Cause. Oh, fuck, Louise Nevelson. I fucking love Louise Nevelson. And Louise Bourgeois, of course. It's fucking wild that I love two sculptors named Louise. And it's wild that the Elton John album entitled Elton John has a song on it called There Ain't No Shoestrings on Louise, and there's another song on that album where he sings If I Was a Sculptor, but then again, no. Or maybe that's only wild to me because I'm making these extremely attenuated connections right here, right now. I think I'm rambling in part because I don't want to go where I feel I must, but I do feel that I must, so let me go. And the last poem of the day, poem number 1470, Days of National Mourning. Poem number 1470, Days of National Mourning. Even though deep down I know I can write about whatever the fuck I want to write about, sometimes I feel like I have to write about some particular thing, but only because I have a habit of hubristically imagining that anyone could give a fucking shit about what I have to say about something. There's also the desire not to appear to be callous or uncaring on a day of national mourning. But here's what I have to say about days of national mourning. If your cat died on December 7th, 1941, then for the rest of your life you might have felt bad about mourning your cat on Pearl Harbor Day. If you got married on April 15th, 2015, you might feel weird upon learning that you got married on the 150th anniversary of the assassination of President Lincoln. And if you're Jackie Luther or Greg Franco or Kyrie Gentlecore or Richie Bartolotta or Norman Douglas, or if you're none of those people but today is your birthday too, then I want to wish you a happy birthday, and I hope you have a really great day. Okay, that's it. That last one's a little bit more scattered than I wanted it to be. Maybe I'll try again next year. Anyway, thank you. I appreciate you. I do. Thank you.